That way.
I don't want to move that way. I'm moving this way.
Too late. Hi guys. This very much. Fun.
Do you lubricate your nail when you inject it with this? Shove it in. I didn't use water though. Last minute.
Alright guys.
Only 20 questions.
Yep. Welcome to the first assessment task for 2016. Okay. So after I read this, then you guys have get your pens and calculators out, and I'll give you the task to do.
No.
Okay. You always get 2 weeks notice. Okay. 2 weeks notice. All right. Preliminary 1 period, so that's approximately about 70 minutes. So early you come. This 20 questions, 17 of which are multiple choice, and 3 written responses. Okay. The assessment will be this corresponding period in 2 weeks' time, exactly 2 weeks from now. Okay. Chapters 1, 2, and 3: earning and managing money, algebraic manipulations, units of measurement, and applications. Outcomes P1 to P4. Task: written open book examination. 17 multiple choice questions, 3 questions not of equal value. Correct answers to questions will be rewarded appropriate marks. Full marks for each one will reflect all necessary workings to be shown. Marks will be rewarded for correct representations, diagrams, and graphs. Board approved non-programmable calculators may be used. The correct use of mathematical language and use of correct units of measurement and notation will also attract marks. Electronic dictionaries are not permitted. Students are allowed to bring handwritten notebook and exercise books. Special provisions. Those students who have successfully applied for special provision for their preliminary assessment tasks must see me within a week of getting this notification to organise a provision for required special provisions. Failure to do this may mean that the required resources will be unavailable on a day of the assessment task. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Not old school.
Yes.
They said that if you get the answer right,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the word is. It's only if you got the answer wrong, then they go back and check the word.
Okay. Let me give you an example. 3A plus B, evaluate. 3A plus B where A equals 2, B equals 3. If you put that in 6 plus 3, 9 equals 9, and this question is 2 marker, you will get 1. Because 1 for the correct answer, and then 1 for the working out. Okay? It's in your interest to show working out, because what if your answer is incorrect? Then the markers can go back and see where you went wrong and if you understood the word. Okay? If you play Russian roulette and just put an answer without showing working out, the best you can get is going to be a correct answer, yeah. But then you're going to lose out on the show workings. So my advice to you is just show all workings. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Who's away? Sidoni's gone. Okay. Any questions? All right. Now, you're familiar with this. Mathematics Department Assessment Task Register Mathematics General 2. Name of task, open book assessment. Task number 1. There's a teacher. Just write your name on it, and then the date you received, and then just sign so that you have received the written assessment, written notification. Yes? Question? Are you restricted? Yes. Okay. Alright, let's start on chapter 3. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is deadly easy. What's chapter 3 all about? Measurement.
Yes. Oh, right, yes,
Okay. What's the first point that we measure? Length. What do we measure length in? Meters. Centimeters. Millimeters.
Miles.
If we're in the United States, we miles. Yards. Inches.
Feet.
Right? Luckily, we use a metric system. So metric is a lot easier. By the way, does everyone know how to convert from metric to imperial and vice versa?
Google.
Yeah. Roughly 1 foot is around about 30 centimeters ish, and 1 yard is slightly under a meter. Okay. All right. So 1 meter is how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter is how many millimeters? 10 millimeters. So therefore 1 meter is how many millimeters?
1,000.
How did you work that one out? There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, and there are 100 centimeters. So 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1,000 millimeters. Okay, so length is measured in meters. When we drive, what's a kilometer then? km. K is for kilo. Kilo is what? 1,000 meters. So 41 kilometers means what? 41,000. Okay. So your speed limit 110 kilometers an hour means what? You're going at 100,000 meters per 60 minutes. Is that the same thing? Alright, let me ask. Okay, so 100 kilometers per hour, right? Is that the same thing as 1, 2, 3 meters per 60 minutes? Sorry? Is it the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same. 100 kilometers, 100 kilometers, what, 30, so that's 100,000 meters, yes? 1 hour, how many minutes an hour? 60, so they're exactly the same thing. Okay. So, length. Length, we normally talk about kilometers, meters, centimeters, millimeters, and as we get smaller, micrometers, but so we don't need to worry about that. What about area? When do we use area? Pascal? When do we use area? Huh? When does area come into your sort of like subconsciousness? Why are we trying to find the area of something? Okay, so imagine you're buying a block of land. What are you interested in? You're interested in how big it is, right? So we're interested in the area of the block of land. Okay. If you say, for example, you run a lawn mowing business, and you're mowing lawn. You're interested in how big the area is, so that how long the mower has to run for, so to cut it, and so on. So area. How do we measure area? It is a multiplication of two lengths. Yeah? Multiplication of lengths. So, x, y, area equals xy. And it depends on what units, what do you want to use this unit? What do you reckon how long that is? Like, so 8 centimeters? 8 centimeters, 9 centimeters. So what's the area? What's the area XY? Rocco? What's the area of this? 9 times 8, what's that? 72. 72. We leave it as like 72? Centimeters square. If you leave 72, you will lose mark. 72 centimeters square. Why is that? 8 centimeters times 9 centimeters, right? Exactly like algebra. 8 times 9 is 72. Centimeter times centimeter is centimeter square. What if I change that to meter? What if I change that to meter and 9 centimeter?
1 times 0.
Then what do? John? Yeah, you convert make both of the lengths to be the same unit. Okay, you cannot go 72 meter centimeter. Okay, so you're gonna go what? 8 meters is how many centimeters? 800 centimeters. So therefore area is equal to 9 centimeters times 800 centimeters equals 72. 9 times 8 is 72. There's a 0 centimeter square. So 7,200 centimeters square. Make sense? So you need to, in terms of find area, you need both of the lengths to be the same unit. If they're not the same unit, you cannot find the area. And it's always better to go bigger than go smaller because of the decimal places and so on. Question? Yeah? Have you signed the sheet? Yeah. Okay. What about a hectare? A hectare. I've bought myself 2 hectares in the countryside. Well, what have I bought? A big block of land. I bought myself a hectare in Annandale. What have I done? I just won a lotto. Why? Because Annandale will be expensive. You know, what's a typical block of land in the city? Maybe 200 square. What's 1 hectare? 1 hectare, guys. 10,000 meters square. Or square meters. Okay? So that's what? So that's 100 meters by 100 meters. So that's 100 meters by 100 meters. So remember, hectare is 10,000 meters. 100 by 100. Best way to remember, a hectare is almost the size of a football field. If it's the length is 100 meters, the width is 100 meters, then it's going to be a football field. Just remember that. That's probably the easiest way to remember. 100 by 100, 1, and then 4 zeros. So it's 10,000 meters square. What about volume? When do we use volume? What do we use volume for?
Find like how much water we
Liquid, yeah.
or like each tank, you know, you have to get so many like cubic centimeters square.
Yeah. Maybe the next class we should do next class. I'll try to we do some construction. Alright, so volume. Alright, if I have a box, a 3 by 4, and it has a height of a 3 by 5 has a height of 4 centimeters. What will be my volume? Volume is equal to base. What's the area of the base? 3 by 5. 3 times 5 and times by height times by 4. So that's 20 times 3 is 60 centimeters. Centimeters becomes what? Centimeters cubed. Okay. So the whole idea of volume is the base times how high it is. What if I get this shape like this? A block. Alright, and that is area, and that is 20 centimeters square, and the width of it is 4 centimeters. What's the volume of this block? What would be the volume of this block? What's that? 20 times 4. Because if you take a slice, perpendicular slice, you're always going to see a accumulation of 20 plus another 20 plus another 20, so on, all the way down. So volume is equal to 20 times 4, which is 80 centimeters cubed. And the same thing with volume. The measurements has to be in the same unit for it to work. So you have to convert in the same unit, otherwise it's not going to work. What about mass? What's mass? Weight. Oh, okay. From a science perspective, mass is how much matter that you make up, or a particular object makes up. Weight is the force. Matter times 9.8. So, for example, I weigh 80 kilograms. On Earth, my weight is going to be what? 90 times 9.8, so say 10, it'll be 900 newtons. I take a jet, I take a space shuttle, I land on the moon. My mass is still the same, but my weight will be different because on the moon the gravity is different. Yeah? So, mass, what's the unit for mass? Kilograms. What else? Kilo is a prefix. Kilo is what? 1,000 grams. And then there's grams. What else? Anything else? Pound. That's imperial. So we lucky fellas, we don't have to worry about metric.
Milligrams?
Milligram. What's milligram?
1,000.
How many? Okay, there's
About 10.
okay, so there's kilogram, kg, gram equals g, milligram. How many grams in a kilogram? 1,000. How many milligram in 1 gram? 1,000. Milli is what? 10 to minus 3. So 1,000. Okay. And what's the last? How many kilograms in 1 ton? 1,000. What's the pattern there? Goes up by 1,000. So milligram to gram to kilogram to ton, up by a factor of 1,000. And then time. What do we measure time in? Minutes, seconds, days, months, weeks, hours. So the unit for time is seconds. How many seconds in a minute? 60. How many minutes in an hour? 60. How many hours in a day? 24. How many days in a year? 365 and a bit, and so on. Okay. Yeah? Alright. So, let's have a go at doing exercise 3A. Dash. Jack is here. Sam. Yep. Nina. Australian, are you still on Los Angeles time? Are you still on Los Angeles time or Sydney time? Well, Los Angeles time is still Sunday. Sydney time is, let's say it's Tuesday, isn't it? Are you doing any work or are you still on weekend? Or are you still on a weekend? Yeah. What about you, Pascal? Hey guys, breaking news, Jarrett Hayes going to play for the 49ers.
Actually,
Huh?
is that not a good name? First name.
San Francisco 49ers.
Is that pretty good? Really? It's in the NFL. What position?
So how much is a kiloliter?
What's a kilo?
1,000.
1,000. So 1,000 liters. So look at the prefix. A milli means
It'll be like 1,000. But isn't it a liter? How much is a liter?
a liter is a liter. So the question is, which question are you doing?
3B.
3B. You're up to 3B already.
Yeah.
Okay, 9 kiloliters is 9,000 liters. So let's do this one step at a time. Okay. So 9 kiloliters is equal to 9,000 liters, right? How many, and when you're changing from liters to milliliters. How many mils in 1 liter? 1,000. So 1 liter equals 1,000 mils, right? So there's 1 L, there's 1 L. So you just bring this up, equals to 9,000 times 1,000 mil. Make sense? So it's equal to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 milliliters. So when you write that down and if you want a liter or a milliliter, then just bring it up. Just Julian.
education and all that.
So the assessment task, the first 3 chapters of what you're doing now is examinable. What you don't do now is examinable as well. Tomorrow you got a diagnostic test that covers the first 2 chapters. Treat that as a test, a practice test. If you can do the diagnostic test tomorrow, in class time under the time constraint, then you have no problems in the assessment test. But if you do find yourself you have problems, then you've got 2 weeks to study for it.